What's up, everybody? It's another Mundane Monday with Ballbreakers Podcast. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And don't forget to subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and YouTube. Here's Floppy Rock.
24. Ready? Yes. Thanks, Trout. Happy 1 year anniversary, guys. Fireworks going off in the background.
It's like the air horn. How's that air horn go, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Nah, I don't know.
Me and Doc lock eyes with each other. Start feeling some type of way. How's everyone doing for our 1 year anniversary in the stew?
Actually, I didn't even know.
Yes, yeah, no clue.
You knew.
Until you said that about like 15 seconds ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you didn't know because I didn't know. I wasn't sure.
You actually thought that Rocco was wrong in telling us it was our 1 year anniversary, and then you realized something.
Well, I mean, that's okay. It's okay.
What?
What's okay?
It's fine.
The 1 year anniversary?
No, it's all right. Just, yeah.
We're on to it. We're on the 1 year. We're going on 2 years. Can you guys imagine us lasting 2 years? Did you guys picture us lasting 1 year?
No.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. I did.
Yeah, me too.
I think Chris has always had the most idealistic viewpoint on keeping this podcast the longest. Like anytime we talk about long term, Chris is like, I love this. Like, I want to keep it long term. When all of us were like, man, I don't know if this is going to be long term.
Yeah,
I don't think you should put our names into that.
I'm part of it. I didn't think it was going to last long term.
Yeah, I think it's because Chris doesn't do anything.
Could be. I mean, all that I have to contribute is place the podcast and my thoughts and words.
It's more than that.
No, it is more than that. I'm just kidding, man.
Intangibles.
It's everything about you. You're beautiful inside and out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I just think that, I mean, the base level of what we do is sit down and have a conversation, right? And I think we could do this every Sunday for the rest of our lives, theoretically.
You give me serotonin.
Thank you.
You give me serotonin.
I should say you're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you say thank you?
Well, that's a compliment as well, right?
I don't know, bro.
I could have said
thank you. It's a weird
you.
compliment. Well, not weird, just different. It's different.
Chris says thank you
weird.
to really weird things. Like, I vividly remember us playing Xbox on Christmas Eve, and it turns to midnight, and Doc says, yo, Chris, Merry Christmas, brother. And Chris just says, thank you. Like, no sort of you too, man, or Merry Christmas to you too. Right? He just said, thank you.
Well, yeah, I was like, thanks, Doc. That's nice. Thanks.
Yeah,
in so many words.
I read something interesting, which I believe this is nothing factual. I believe that this is more of an opinion statement, but I kind of feel like it's true. There's no nice way to say I wasn't talking to you in any tone.
I disagree.
How would you say it to me?
Like that I wasn't talking to you?
Yeah, like say.
I'd say sorry, that wasn't meant for you. I wasn't talking to you.
That's still like now.
Rude.
Let's put it in like perspective.
Rude.
If you butt into a conversation and someone was like, "How could I possibly tell you without being mean or something?" Like, I wasn't talking to you.
You can be like, "I'm sorry, do you mind? I just have to finish this conversation really fast."
No, that's not how that.
You're redirecting the entire quote.
Rude. Still rude.
No, I'm just saying different phrases to the same meaning.
Yeah, in a rude way.
No, I'm not.
The specific phrase "I wasn't talking to you" cannot be said.
Say sorry, I wasn't talking to you.
That's
mean.
mean
As
That's
hell.
rude.
How does that mean?
The way that
It's
you
like
said
literally
it.
so rude.
Sorry, I wasn't talking to you.
Rude.
Not like, yeah, I wasn't talking to you.
I mean, it's not like a
Rude.
10 out of 10 rude, but it's still like a 6, 7, 8. You know, like
I
on that-
disagree.
The second time you said it was way better than the first. The first, I thought you were genuinely mad at me.
No, you didn't.
It's also hard to say that to someone that you're not, like, on a personal level with. Like, imagine you're having a conversation with, like, a couple random people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then it's even worse. Because you're going to sound like you're going to be rude. You're going to sound rude like how Doc just sounded.
It wasn't rude.
That was rude.
You got to add like a noun at the end. Like, I wasn't talking to you, honey.
No, see, that's creepy.
No, that's weird.
Now that's weird.
It's not rude.
Well,
Sorry, I wasn't
Doc,
talking to you, honey. Like, no, that's creep.
I don't think I would ever call someone honey at
Well,
my age at this time.
No.
I look at Doc. I just
As
gave
rude.
Doc a really nice adjective to call him. I called Doc honey. I was speaking to him specifically.
Yeah, but it's weird.
It was weird, but was it nice?
No, it's just creepy.
But was it
Now
still
I'm creeped
rude?
out.
Was
yeah,
it rude?
It was
No, it
more
wasn't.
rude that
I
you
don't
threw
think it
the
was
honey in
rude.
there.
No. See, I think that alleviates some of the rudeness.
No.
You're just rude. Well, either way, here we are, 1 year. Congrats, guys.
We should go out to dinner together.
No, we shouldn't.
Nah.
I mean, we don't have to do that.
This is
All right.
I'm okay seeing you guys once a week.
1 year anniversary, and there's no better way to start it off than to come up with an announcement discussing our future workout date and change it, because that's
Yeah,
what we do on our 1 year anniversary, is take our event plans and get a change in the direction of our events, because we're different than every other one.
You guys want to know what happened? This is exactly what happened, all right? There's supposed to be a CrossFit competition yesterday, which is Saturday, so if you're listening 2 days ago, there's supposed to be a competition. Nor'easter came in. We're talking bunch of snow. Snow here, snow there, blowing in all crazy, right? So then this competition that was on Saturday got canceled, and its postponement date is the 19th. And being that way, I would not be able to come to the Ball Breakers event because I have athletes to coach on the 19th at the new CrossFit competition. That being said, our new event is going to be the 12th of February. It's going to be the same time. That's it.
Everything's the same. Just replace that
the week
9 with a
before.
2.
Yeah, just a week before.
Yeah.
If anything, you guys should be more excited for this. You guys get to see Rocco. I mean, if you like the
In
rest of
even
us.
less time.
February 12th. Let's make it a little Valentine's Day gathering. Bring your couple. Let's get a good workout in for
yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Rocco's going to be handing out Valentines.
I will hand out cards to every single person that comes there with the little heart box of candies.
Remember we used to do that in like elementary school to give out Valentines?
But no, seriously,
Yeah.
come one, come all. You know, you guys want to work out or whatever. You guys want to just do something before Super Bowl Sunday. Come by.
Yep.
We
That-
will be there.
That may have been the first time I've ever gotten genuinely nervous approaching a girl, was handing out those little square cards with the little heart shape on there and saying, "This is for you," because you always gave the one to the girl you were most attracted to in your second or third grade class at the very end. You're like, "Here you go."
I think it was. I don't like that. I'm the most attracted to.
When I was in
Why?
second and third grade,
That
I'm
you
just
had a
Because
crush
when I was
on?
in yeah, that sounds better.
A crush? Yeah,
yeah.
crush
I
is
wasn't in
fair.
second
Okay.
grade, like, oh my god, I'm really extremely attracted to this girl.
What's
What-
the difference, though?
What if you were
Well,
attracted but you
'cause
didn't
it's like-
know? You were too young.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I was
Well,
thinking the
yeah.
same thing. Like you're clearly attracted,
Obviously,
but
yeah,
you just
but-
are a child still and don't realize.
So you want to call it a crush? I mean, what's the difference? I mean,
Because you get crushed every time in elementary school. They
Yeah.
always say no.
nah, not me. Stone cold stud over here.
Mm-hmm.
Not me.
Not me either.
They always said no.
I mean, what were you asking them?
Just wanted them to be my Valentine. I walked up to the girl and I would say, "Be my Valentine. I love you." And they
Holy
always say
shit.
no.
I love you.
We got shirts too. If you guys are watching on YouTube, I tried to like kind of hang one up in this door, but it doesn't look that good in the video. But anyway, that's our shirt. It's really nice. We are actually pretty much sold out of every size unless you wear a small or a 2XL. Fortunately, I'm making a new order for shirts, and we will have them at our event at the gym on the 12th, 12 p.m.,
Mhm.
noon. We'll be
It
there.
doesn't look good in the video. That shirt.
It just looks, I don't know. I'm having a weird angle at it. What do you think, Rock? It doesn't look that good. right?
Yeah, so if you look at it in the video, it definitely has more of a black to it. I believe it's the reflection of the light that's doing that. However, I will say, in comparison to our first shirts were a little bit more expensive and didn't do so well in the wash in terms of longevity. These shirts are imprinted. The material's better. They're cheaper. And we are actually super excited to promote these going forward.
I don't want to be biased, but it might be the best shirt I own.
It is. Well,
Might
I
actually
don't want
be
to.
the best shirt of all time.
In terms
I
of,
think it's my
Right, Rocco?
favorite ever.
I don't want to say best shirt.
I
ever,
wear it
'cause you're
every
like,
day.
"Ah, that's an extreme.
I
but
mean, like, what's the best shirt that you have before the one you're wearing?
in terms of quality, no, this is one of my more quality shirts. I'm gonna admit it, and that's why I'm so proud of it. Like, we did this ourselves. We figured it out ourselves, and that's what's so exciting about these shirts.
We didn't all wear them this week. We don't have a swim meet tonight.
Well, we had the hoodie last week. This week, I just wore the shirt just for that.
But yeah,
I know,
shirts.
that's
Hit
what
us
I'm
up.
saying.
Hit us up. DM us if you guys feel more comfortable. You could just DM one of us that you know
Yeah, Doc.
personally.
Right. The official way that we are selling these T-shirts for right now is until we get our shop set up with a specific system. We are only doing DMs, just DM Ball Breakers on Instagram right now, and we will provide you with the Venmo, to send it to which person, whoever it may be. You will get all your information through the DM. So if you guys want to buy a shirt, DM us a size. We will contact you guys the right information in the memo. We'll be good.
And then Doc will drop it off to your house.
Or we can mail as well. Mailing is an option, which is why it's part of the Venmo. So if you guys want it mailed, DM as well.
If you want Doc to drop it off personally, add that in your notes.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
It's
don't
an
forget.
extra $5 delivery charge though.
No, it's
From
not.
it to
No.
me, so you
No,
can
it's
Venmo me
not.
straight off.
No, it's not.
No.
Come on, man.
Hold on, that's fair. And
No,
it's not. That's
no.
what we do for the people.
every $1 we remove another article of clothing, so it's $26. It's like Doc with one less sock. Something like-
No.
What?
I didn't like where that was going.
No, I don't like where
that
that's going.
that was too far.
That was crazy.
No, if
I'm not talking to you, all right?
That was too far.
That's 11 out of 10, Doc.
Thank you.
I keep trying not to turn this way, but how can I not?
Because what?
My head. I notice it.
Why don't you want?
Yeah. Why you laugh? So you laughed a little harder when you saw it.
I didn't
don't
laugh.
really think
I
anybody
just
knows what you're
chuckle.
talking about.
I
You
mean,
should-
if you're not watching on YouTube, I mean, you should because it's pretty funny the view that you'll get.
What is it, Rock? Tell people that aren't listening.
We talked about this before, and I don't know if we want to readdress it, man.
Oh well, I'm talking about what?
What?
You said you don't want to turn
I'm
to your right,
confused.
but you didn't really say why.
Oh, the male pattern baldness.
Okay.
It always comes back.
Yo, Rogaine,
I usually
Dude, Rogaine, please.
we've
hit
been
us
here
up.
for a year now, Rogaine.
I had one of my favorite tables ever because it was a couple when I was serving, and this guy was just like me. He like wore a Nike hoodie, shorts in the winter, like whatever. But his hair was like obviously he had really nice hair.
Did he say honey?
He did say "hun" a lot, yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it was just like me. And I looked at them right. They loved me, right? We were having good conversations. We were laughing. They were genuine too. It wasn't like that table where you're doing that fake talk. And I was like, see, here's where you are. This is where you prevail over me, because he was making the joke that we're the same person. I was like, here's where you prevail over me. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to turn around and look up at the ceiling. You guys will figure out the rest. That's what I did. I turned around and looked up at the ceiling like this and didn't say a word. And they had the biggest laugh of their entire lives. Walked away.
Why'd they walk away?
I walked away. I was the server. And I told that guy that he was better than me without saying a word because of his hair.
That was nice of you.
So he didn't have any male pattern baldness.
No.
He must use Rogaine.
Could've
Or
been
he
that.
maybe just genetically charged having no male pattern baldness.
Yeah. It might not run in his family,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
That is genetic.
You know what you really have a nice of? Like a nice beard shape.
Thank
Nice
you.
thing of. Yeah, it's very full
I mean,
throughout.
you do too.
It's a little patchy here, though.
Nah,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Nah, I mean, it's pretty full.
I
yeah,
think it
I
looks
mean-
okay.
I'm pretty full.
Did you? Yeah, you had a nice breakfast.
I don't like your beard.
Who are you talking to? You talking to me?
No, I'm talking to Chris.
Yeah, I'm not talking to you.
I'm not talking to you.
You're
You
amped
don't
up.
like my beard? Why? I'm ugly.
I didn't say that. I just said I don't like your beard. I think you look better clean shaven.
When's the last time you seen me clean shaven?
Maybe like 3 to 4 years ago.
December 2016. That was the last time I fully shaved my beard. I remember. What
How?
do you mean how?
Like, why do you remember it? Like,
Something
so
happened that
vividly,
day,
like
or-
so clearly. I feel like I wouldn't
That-
remember that if that was it.
That's just the last time. I just remember that was the last time I shaved.
I clean shave once a year. And every time I do it, I immediately regret it, and everyone tells me that I look like horrible.
I think when you're clean shaven, you look like Triple H, the wrestler.
Yeah. I think I'm going to cut my hair. I think I'm going to get back to the Triple H look.
You should just
Get
go
a buzz
bald.
cut.
No,
get
I
a
think Doc
clean
would. I
shave.
think he'd be fire if he had the original Triple H, like the long
Oh,
hair.
the long hair?
Chris doesn't know what
Yeah.
we're talking about. He's uncultured.
Yeah.
Not a WWE guy.
I don't
Can't
like
lie.
giving Doc ideas anymore.
Yeah, because he doesn't
Why?
like you.
Because because for the first time in my life, I kind of wanted to do something different with my hair, and that's when I did the short sides, long hair on top. And Doc was like, you know what? Like, I'm going to try that too. And instead of saying like Rocco did it and I did it, his just was actually better, and his hair was better, and he
Gave
just had
you
his
no
own
credit.
style.
Mm.
And then he grew it a little longer to the point where he plays with it all the time.
That sounds like more of a you problem. than a
I'm
Doc
jealous.
problem.
I got jealous. Yeah, I hate that he took that step next, and it was better. That he's better.
Yeah, but he's blonde.
Yeah.
Whoa. Just remember, man, what you guys say, you guys might have like a blonde-headed army at your front door
Yeah.
talking about what kind
Blonde
of shit
should
you
stick
guys
together.
are saying.
There's a group of
You don't want to mess with the blondes, man.
other blonde men that are upset with
I like
me now.
having blonde hair and like blue eyes.
Dude, I want
It's nice.
to punch you in the face
I do sometimes, but
Why?
because like we just sat on that couch before we started podcasting for at least 25 minutes, and I didn't hear one goddamn sniffle out of you. And now we start podcasting, and it's
bro.
sniffles galore.
It's this area, and the mic, and I think it's the headphones. I try to keep one on, one off, because
It doesn't help you.
No, I get bad allergies.
Dude, that is completely made up at this point. That's what I
What
think.
are you saying, that the person that told us this is lying?
And Rocco's sister-in-law is not going to help you here.
What are you calling her, capper?
She's not going to help you. She tried to help you before, and then she said, yeah, if you do it with one ear off, it should help you, and it hasn't helped you.
I'm just saying he's
So what do
wearing
you
a
want me to do?
hat
What-
in
what-
between his ears.
What do
and
you
the
want?
earphones.
What is your solution to this problem, Earl?
Stop
sniffling.
sniffling.
What do you stop breathing?
What?
You're a child.
You are.
You look like a child
It's
right
actually
now.
funny sometimes, and sometimes it's annoying. Like you're annoying me right now. First you were rude, now you're annoying.
And are you doing that thing where you slightly give yourself air to like make it look like you last another 15, 20 seconds? He is. He got through with it.
Look at him. Look at this kid.
Kid. Anywho.
Yeah, I wonder if you were to compare us to our first podcast episode, like if people would grade us. Like, what do
If
you guys
what?
think? What people would grade us?
I'm not nervous about anything.
Oh, what? You're upset about the audience?
No, we shouldn't be talking to live audience.
That is true, Rocco.
The live audience talked to me. I just looked over to see what was happening. I didn't say a word.
I think we would go from like a D+ to a C.
You talking about my bra size?
Dude, why do you always have to
That's
make
crazy.
everything
That's too far.
weird?
No, I
Everything.
think it's crazy that Chris just said that we were like mid as fuck.
About what?
He just said, "Oh yeah, if we went from our first episode, it'd be like a D, and then graduate to a C." I mean, we've been doing this for a year, and you're only gonna give us a C?
Listen,
Jesus.
Do you expect us to be perfect in a year?
No, I'm not saying give us an A+, but maybe like a B.
Maybe like a C+ or B-.
Like, jeez.
I agree with Chris.
We've come a long way, let's be honest. But we also started with absolutely zero podcasting experience and just bought a bunch of equipment and started talking. You know what I mean?
Rude. My feelings are
We're
hurt.
still here, man.
I agree with it wholeheartedly because I feel like what would have made it an F was our quality. And I remember our first episode where we were genuinely surprised at how well our voices went through the mic and just hearing it
Yes.
afterwards. So it was like, all right, that's a D right there. It doesn't sound like we're recording from a potato. And then after that, I feel like it's C because there's so much more that we could do. I mean, we're like Chris said, we're brand new. That's the way you got to look at it. It's the same exact way as like as an example, Dave Portnoy's pizza score is like really good, like a 7.5. Like 7.5 out of 10 sounds like he leaves
Yeah.
himself room to improve no matter what.
Like you can't. His thing is like you can't give something a 10 because then there's never going to be anything
That
better.
would be like the Sky Daddy dropped down and gave someone a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
That'd be like giving Aaron
That pizza's
Gordon.
going to change your life.
Be like giving Aaron Gordon. Is it Aaron Gordon or Zach Levine and what was that guy's name?
Aaron Gordon.
It was Aaron
Aaron
Gordon.
Gordon.
That's like giving them both a 10 for perfect dunks, although one was for sure better than the other.
And they give out 10s like it's candy. in
Exactly.
The dunk contest.
And what are they going to do? Give it 10.1? They can't. They screwed
Mhm.
themselves. So yeah, C.
Well, you can't go higher than a 10.
That's
If
what
it's
we're
out
saying.
of 10.
Yeah, exactly, Ryan.
Would you feel that there's a lot more that we could do?
Sure.
Add transition sounds like let's go to Doc's Locks. Dun, dun, dun.
That is
Mm.
good. That would be good. What do you mean?
All right, why don't you do it?
I don't know how, to be honest. I told you, my words and wisdom and my studio.
Space.
It's our journey to become an A though, and inspire other A's.
We don't want to inspire other A's. The A's are already A's. We want to
Yeah.
inspire guys next to us.
It could be inspired.
That's what
by
like
the
one of my
A's.
new favorite words.
Inspire.
Inspirational, inspire, inspiring. I like that.
That is a nice word. You inspire me.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You know what they say, man. The wolf on the hill isn't as hungry as the wolf climbing the hill.
This might be the fourth week in a row you said that. You like that?
I love that.
Do you have
quote.
that like written on your bathroom mirror or
Yeah,
something? You
I
come
have
in
it
here-
in marker on my ceiling.
That's not good.
A crayon.
So what?
You do seem like the kind of guy to have crayon writing on your walls.
Do we?
Say that again?
What, Rock?
I was
No,
gonna
not
say,
you, Chris. Say that again.
No, go ahead, Rock.
I was gonna say,
What-
do we want to maybe spit one quote each that gets us motivated each week?
No,
No, why?
because I don't have
Yeah, I got one.
I don't have one. at the
Doc, what
moment.
is it?
Is it the same one?
The wolf on the hill isn't as hungry as the wolf climbing the hill.
You got one, Chris?
Nah, I'm just.
Can you say
thinking
that
about-
word again?
I'm really just thinking about how Doc has drawings on his walls in crayon. Like I just wouldn't be surprised.
Crayon, huh?
Yeah, like
Crayon. Huh?
flowers and trees and shit.
I wouldn't be able to do
Would
that.
you say what
You think I'm
word?
capable of drawing flowers?
I think me and Doc are infatuated by the fact that you said crayon
Yeah.
instead of crown.
It is crayon though.
But I say crown.
Yeah, I say crayon.
So what?
I was just
what's
I
the
like
It's
that.
just
discrepancy?
funny
just-
how people say words differently, I
Yeah.
guess.
you're
Crown
like,
is CROWN.
you're super intelligent, so
Like you're
you
saying
inspire me.
crown, not crayon.
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 That's like water.
Like you're not saying the word crayon. You're saying the word crown.
Yeah, but it's like saying I'm having a glass of water.
Water.
No, it's not.
It's
You're
different.
totally
it's just
saying
like
a
tomato.
No. You're saying a totally different word.
Why?
No, but I'm just saying
it's
it with,
pronounced
like,
water,
No, I'm talking about crayon.
not water.
You're saying crown like a king's
Yeah,
crown.
but how do you say a bottle of
Lord Baratheon? What's
And-
his name?
And you're putting way too much emphasis on the A for water.
I'm not talking to you.
water? I mean,
Water.
No,
It's water.
it's
It's water, but it's really not.
yeah, but you're
Yeah,
not
but it's
saying
not.
you're not saying water. You're saying
Can I get some water?
Yeah, but like
That's
it's
like
the
way
same
too much
word.
emphasis.
It's the same word.
No,
when you
it's
say
not.
crown,
When you say water, it sounds like W0 or W0 WOODER.
Water.
Like water. Right?
Yeah, I think Earl's right.
well, when you think of it that way, is there even a correct pronunciation for
No,
the
but
word?
and that's why we were laughing though, because I've never really heard somebody in our area say the word crayon. It's like if you were to tell me I'm
What?
having a glass of water, I would be like, "Are you from like North Jersey or something? Or why do you say water? Or wherever else they say water? I don't know." That's why I thought it was funny. I think most people say crown around here.
Yeah, crown.
I struggle with my vernacular even without this.
Rocco, what do
How
you call it?
say the thing you draw with the Crayola?
Oh, I say water and crown.
You say crown too?
But like I know that, but like when people correct me, I tell them I instantly know, but that's my accent.
But that's like our tell, like our
Yeah.
South Jersey thing. Like that's our tell. Like
No one
can I
actually
get-
pronounces it correctly.
Dude, I try it as
right, with plenty of words we don't say the right way, but
But like again, it's like all just. It's all just depends where you're from.
at the same time, if you say water and water, like it's the same thing. But you're saying crown to crayon.
It's
like that
not.
is such a big difference.
It's not
It is.
No.
because
How is it not?
because
Crown
if
is
you,
a completely different
if
word.
you go to Florida and you say, "Can I get a wooder?" They would be like, "What the hell's a wooder?"
No, they wouldn't. They would know exactly what I'm talking about.
Nah, I don't
Wooder.
think so.
It's the same thing as water.
I have
water.
people correct me in
Water.
Jersey if I'm like taking a table and I say water and they say water, sure. Like you don't have to say it.
Yeah, but they know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but like
could be
water and water
misconstrued
could
if
be
you s-
water. I can't even say it how normal people say or
Water,
other people.
water.
But wait, that doesn't
Water.
make any sense because, for example, let's go back to my serving example. If kids got like the placemat where you're drawing it, right, and they're saying, "Can I get crowns?" Am I going to go over there and look for a bunch of crowns that you put on their head because I misinterpreted how they said it?
Yeah, Chris.
Maybe.
No,
Well,
No.
you wouldn't because you say crown. I'm
no,
saying.
and it has nothing to do with the way I say it. It
I
has
mean,
to do
if
that I'm in a setting where
No,
it's
no.
probably more likely they want
Wait, listen.
crayons as opposed to crowns.
If we just rewinded 3
Yes.
minutes and I said, Doc, what do you got drawings on your wall and crowns? You would be like, yeah, like, you know, the Crayolas.
Yeah, because he says it like that too.
But if I asked you that,
Yeah, so does everyone around like this
no,
area.
hold on. So listen to me. So if you guys think that crown is the pronunciation for crayon, right? The same
Crayon.
thing. Like they're synonymous.
sure, in
but
our area.
Hold on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You think it's a regional thing,
I
right?
mean,
so
I think
say
if you asked like your whole, the whole neighborhood down the street or this neighborhood or maybe even the whole population of Blackwood and say, hey, how do you pronounce crown phonetically? And they were to write you a phonetic spelling, I'm pretty sure it would probably be like something like 60-40 crown and 40 crayon.
okay, now you didn't let me finish. So say we're in Florida, somewhere, say we're in California, and you go up to someone and say, hey, can you give me a crown? And don't say anything else and see what they give you.
They're gonna
They're
give
probably
us
going to give you a king's crown.
No, they're not, because they'll know exactly where we're from, and they're like, these
Why?
idiots
No,
By
pronounce
one sentence, they're going to know exactly
Yeah.
where you're from.
No, I see what Chris is saying.
No, I do too, but I
But-
still don't think they're gonna just hand us a crown like a
But
king's crown.
if you went up to someone in California and say, "Can I have a water?" They're going to bring you a bottle of water. It's just a
And
pronunciation.
if I say, hey, you guys have
difference.
any crowns, they're gonna give me a box of freaking Crayola crowns.
I mean,
no, they are not.
Yeah, but like realistically,
will.
you're making like a shitty
I'm with
picture.
Doc.
Because like in what
they're
situation?
gonna laugh at you.
It's not like I'm sitting on a throne and I look to some peasant and say, give me a crown. Like, sure, but like in what situation would I ever just come up to someone and say, hi, can I have a crown?
I mean, that wasn't supposed
Unless-
to be taken so literally. It's
unless
like
I
an
was, like,
example.
At Denny's in Los Angeles or something, and I was drawing on a kid's menu.
How about this? Burger King. You know, they give you the king's crown, but they also probably have crayons
Well,
for
you
kids
can't
to
really
draw.
give us this because what if you don't know that they have crowns
I mean,
to
it's,
draw?
Okay, hypothetically speaking, listen,
You lose this one.
I'm not
I see-
trying to win or anything. It's just
Chris is just trying to
No, I
emphasize the
know. No,
point
I
of the
understand
correct
what you're saying.
pronunciation.
well, the fact that it's two entirely different words is what it, to me.
What are
is
some
just
other
like,
words that people say funny?
I hate the typical ones. Tomato, tomato. That's stupid.
I know on is
Who the
one.
hell have you
Some
ever
people say
just...
on. Come on.
Dog too? Yeah,
What?
anything with like an O.
Yeah.
Dog?
Dog.
Like
What's
we
the
say
other way?
dog like DAWG is what it sounds
Dog.
like
They
more
say
to us.
dog.
Yeah, like
I've never
literally.
heard
I've
some
never
say
heard anyone say
dog.
dog. Where's your dog? Unless he's from Boston or something, you know.
Nah, but it sounds more. What are you looking at me like that for?
He's just trying to understand.
I've
like
never
all of
heard
us.
another dog.
Yeah, because
Well,
it
it also
doesn't-
depends
it-
on where you're from. Like, I have a professor who's like straight out of Ireland, and his like, he speaks English, but it's very like broken. Like, he says think like tink. He says thumb tum like tum. It's like actually like, but he can't pronounce, the whatever that word.
I just don't think that many people, I mean, within the continental United States say dog
Dog.
differently.
No, but you're literally like we say it like dog, DAWG.
But
It's
like, when did you see someone?
pretty much anywhere else in the United States talks different than how we talk.
Yeah, but like, when did you like in the specificity of dog?
It was just an example. You said what words? So I threw out a word.
So you weren't
Like
sure.
Doc said on. It's the same thing. We say on and it's like AWN, not ON.
not on.
But are you sure that could be not another long or short type sounding version of O?
Yeah, like,
That was
did
already
people even
decided?
say on?
Yeah,
Yes.
I know
Yeah, that's
My
what I'm trying to
cousins
say.
have-
Like
their cousins like they live in Connecticut and they come up and they talk like come on, like water, come on. Like that's how they talk.
So then how the hell do you explain silent letters? Gnarly. Where the hell is the G? Are we gonna say gnarly because it fucking has the G in there?
Well, like,
what
jank,
does that have to do with anything?
Because there's specific soundings to this O for dog to the point where I have to say dog. So am I gonna fucking say gnarly now?
Gnarly, bro.
I mean,
yeah,
Yeah,
fucking
Chris.
relax.
No, I'm frustrated because if I've been saying dog wrong my entire fucking life
we
because of
say
this guy.
almost everything wrong.
Are you sure
seriously.
though? Is there another long or short sounding type O that we're missing? Is there like a middle O where it's like dog? Does it have to be dog?
Like O is like O.
Like you're telling me it has to be
Dog.
dog or dog, but it can't be dog.
No, that's how we say it. Dog.
are you
Like
calling
DA.
us wrong?
Nah, it's just a dialect. Like we sound different.
Hold on. Aside, along with what Rocco's saying, what about Django Unchained?
The
You ever-
Django.
Yeah, right. Like, what if Chris, your girlfriend's name is
Why is
Jess?
there a
Like,
D?
is her name DeJess? Like, is there a D before? Like, what is that? Why did he do that?
Right. I think it's interesting. Like words like dress is just really like JUR. It's like dress.
Oh my god, I hate this. I hate this.
I think it's the way it works phonetically, right? There's long sounds and there's short sounds.
I mean, this is just starting to become like a theme of our podcast every couple weeks. But like, what even the fuck is anything?
oh,
Why is anything the way it is? Really?
Yo,
I don't think I mentioned this on this podcast. If I did, stop me. I had this interesting,
Stop. Stop. It's enough.
No, come on.
Now, come on.
very small, interesting thought. We were in science class when I was in school, and a student talked to me and said, you know, like it's cool seeing all these atoms or whatnot or whatever you want to call it through a microscope. And I said it's interesting because it really all started with just curiosity. And one day people were like, I want to see closer into my skin or whatever it is, and they got a microscope and then they saw it. So I came up with this weird idea where if it was like you and a group of 20 other as diverse people as possible, like in today's current standards, if you guys were born from zero, like you guys were born, and you guys were immortal and had nothing else around you but a plane of like the natural surrounding with no buildings or nothing, would you guys develop like education and formulas and all this stuff to where it's like kind of correlated similar to how we constructed our formulas of life, but in a completely separate way? See what I'm saying? Like if you started from zero and you had nothing, would you guys figure out formulas that were mathematical related, but in your own complete different subject? Like it was different words, different language, different formula, but if you were to like relate these ideas, they technically meant the same thing because that's all everything is.
So
we're
before I
immortal?
dive into any of what you just said, it's funny because you said, "Oh yeah, I had this little thought."
That's a big
That
thought,
is
right?
much more than a little thought. What you just said.
In a very little sentence, would your ideas line up with today's stuff that we try to progress? And in a complete paraphrase,
Dude, holy
I
shit.
don't even know how to answer that. I actually don't even know how to comprehend that.
you have no knowledge of
No.
anything, nothing over time. That's why, and I said immortal because what about 100,000 years from now? How much would you have guys progressed
So you, like,
with absolute no knowledge of anything?
How
Would you
many
have come up
people
with your
is it?
own language? Let's say
how many people?
Let's
is
say
it?
very shortly, 40 people, all different ethnic backgrounds, and 20 girls, 20 boys. And then I guess, with everything, I don't know, however diverse it could possibly
Yeah,
be.
you would learn a lot.
Without learning any type of historical knowledge before or nothing.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just as simple as you go. I mean, if we were born in Wildwood, New Jersey, if you go you would learn this, right? Because if you sit on the beach for 5 hours and soak in the sun, you would learn ow, sun hot,
Yeah.
right? And then you would learn other things like, ooh, water cold, right? Shit like that,
Yeah.
Like, you would learn a lot.
That's
But
interesting.
basically, I see what you're saying is because,
Yeah.
like, how
Ooh,
in
hungry.
the
Let's
fuck
kill
would you end
fish.
up coming up with
Yeah.
math?
Right, exactly. Because eventually,
If you have no knowledge of basically what numbers are, like, how are you going to come up with math? Any kind of formula?
the best way I can relate it? Did you ever throw a ball against the wall?
No.
And when it hits the ground and the wall first, it has like that top spin where it doesn't really come back to you and it back spins. But then if you hit the wall and then the ground first, it comes back to you
Towards
faster.
you faster.
And then you start learning ideas like that and you turn into math. Oh, well, because it hit that, the spin's going. And next thing you know, you just start building off of that, little ideas like that. And then you just start coming up with formulas.
Oh, fuck.
But I have like a little peanut troglodyte brain, so
The whole entire point was saying, would they eventually line up to the same science and math and English that we all have today, just in a completely different language?
Like, yeah,
That's my idea.
Is
Like,
the social experiment that humans went through, is it replicable?
or would we learn completely different subjects because we never learned about it before?
and also how would language develop?
Mm-hmm.
What would it be?
Mm-hmm.
Because language is just sounds coming out of our mouth that we can interpret.
Because there's no way to determine how much you'd really learn with no
That
prior
is so smart, bro.
I know.
with no
It's
prior knowledge.
inspiring.
Yo, you gave me a trigger word in the middle of your speech here talking about immortality, and it made me think about how I sent you guys a picture or video like 3 weeks ago, and alligators are fucking immortal.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, like they act like I just Googled it to make
Yeah.
sure I was talking about it, but yeah, they're biologically immortal. They have they just live forever. The only way they die is if they grow too
eaten.
big and they can't eat enough anymore. Like they can't find enough food to eat.
So basically starving themselves to death.
Yeah, well, not really starving themselves. They just can't find. Yeah, they starve
Well,
to death.
they starve.
Yeah,
Right,
Just like
they're not
natural
starving
selection
themselves, right?
at that point.
yeah, but like I just Googled like large alligator, and there was one on
That's
like a
interesting.
Florida Gulf course.
Dude, my mind, because I'm in school all the time, right? So I'm actually learning in class because you guys don't remember everything from high school, right? And there's different classes and stuff. So there's a topic of climate change, and it kind of falls along with this because you were talking about immortality, and that's kind of like evolution. Like, will they ever be wiped out if they're immortal? But whatever, that's a different conversation. But we're talking about, what the fuck are you guys doing?
What? I'm listening.
You guys are looking at each other.
No, we're not.
I was looking at the
Hold on, we
stickers
got to get the
Earl's
ball
computer.
rolling here because we got something that we really desperately need to talk about. So this is like, what do you got to say, right?
I was just
Talking
saying,
about climate change.
so we're talking about climate change, right? And how it affects it or not. Is climate change just not part of evolution? You know what I mean?
You know what's funny about that is that 2 weeks ago we talked about that movie Don't Look Up and how everything is politically charged, and even climate change is politically charged.
Yeah, it is.
People don't there is a lot of people who don't even think that climate change is real.
You know what it is when you know that something has gone too far into politics when you share an opinion on something and people assume that you're on a spectrum of the party.
I mean, realistically, if all four of us weren't people who could really give a shit less about politics. But if you were sitting with like any other 3 people next to you, the chances of someone just telling you, "Nah, it's fake. Climate change is fake." Like it's probably high.
Dude,
Isn't that crazy though? Like
I don't even want to go down that topic, but I do think it's interesting that there's so many people that are all like, "Oh, it doesn't exist," or "It does." I was just trying to go along a point: is like climate change a part of evolution, or is us changing it actually getting in the way of evolution? You know what I mean?
It's more
Like just bringing up that question. Because me personally, I understand climate change, and there's a lot of animals that are endangered. Like that, I get. I'm not arguing
like
that.
ice melting and stuff.
I'm just bringing
raising
up
sea levels.
I'm just bringing up the simple logic of us trying to positively affect climate change, affecting the evolution to where there's other animals that can transpire from the melting ice caps and stuff. Isn't that just
also,
evolution?
I mean, I guess we'll see later in life if penguins just don't evolve
Turn into
anymore
land
because
animals?
they don't, or maybe
Yeah.
they just die out or something. I don't know.
There's
I
like
saw something about how there's like diseases that are thousands and thousands of years old that are stuck under ice, but are gonna slowly start coming out.
I heard
Oh
I
my
heard something
God.
like
Melting ice.
Russia is recreating.
There was one in Russia.
Russia's recreating the woolly mammoth.
What?
There was a frozen DNA sample of a woolly
Mhm.
mammoth that just came to the surface, and they are remaking a woolly mammoth to help destroy forests to make paper.
all this curiosity is going to get this society bit one day. We're going to get bit.
So
Curiosity, what was it? What's his name?
Curiosity kills the cat.
yeah.
That's actually derived from Schrodinger's cat, which I learned from my brother and sister-in-law.
Nice.
mhm.
It's all
Thank
from
you.
there.
Thank you.
So real quick, what do we desperately need to talk about?
We need to talk about football.
Football.
Right, yeah. Let's get off this overwhelming holistic concepts. Let's talk about some football.
Chiefs, Bengals, who are we taking? Rocco, I took your spot, man. You're supposed to ask the questions, but I want to know what you got to say.
Go
No.
Chiefs.
That's fine. So a first game, Chiefs,
Bengals.
Bengals. Real quick, do we want to talk about anything last week? I mean, do we want to talk about that exciting end of the game?
That's all right, man. I'm over it.
You're over it on the next week already?
Yep. On to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, man.
I just want to highlight how
Awesome game.
I just want to highlight the very end, and you said, Rocky, you should have seen this video 5 days ago. I saw it yesterday. Fucking sorry. It was when Travis Kelce was analyzing the 2 plays with 13 seconds left. He was like, Tyreek, go out, but as you're going out, cut back in. We have 3 timeouts. We're going to take advantage of that. And then the next play told Mahomes, listen, that seems open. We have the timeouts. I'm going to do the same exact thing Hill did and just take advantage of those yards. But even though it was so little, like just those conversations, those 2 little plays, the analyzation of it literally led to their victory, and he was a huge part of it. I thought that was fascinating.
He's a tight end. Just shows like how smart.
Just the
he is, and,
football
like,
IQ.
Yeah, like a tight end, you know.
Right. That
It's crazy.
But being aware of that the entire time, they're on to the conference champion because of not just him, but being smart and aware like that, as opposed to saying, man, there's 13 seconds left. What do we got to do?
Like, yeah.
That's a championship team.
Yeah,
That's a composed championship team.
I agree.
So going on to this game, the only question I have for Doc before I make my pick is I wonder if the little head high from last week concerns you, but my pick is going to be Chiefs, and they are what, -7 favorites?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think they I don't think they cover the 7, but I think they win.
I also think it's going to be close game. I'm going to give it like 28-23 kind of game. Chiefs. Of course.
I know, Doc. I think I have an idea what Doc's going to say, and I told Doc this.
41-20.
I told Doc what I'm about to say, and I feel like the Bengals just know they're not really supposed to be in a game with the Chiefs. Right?
They got nothing to lose.
They have nothing to lose. They're going to go out there. They're going to have fun. Obviously, play hard. It's nothing that Joe Burrow hasn't seen before, right? He won his college championship. He's odds
won
are stacked
everything,
against him.
basically,
You know what I
forever.
mean? This is that kind of game where, again, I say this every week because there's not really any surprises in football playoffs. I mean, any given Sunday, anybody can win. So that being said, I will take the Chiefs, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals won.
Real quick, was
I
he
like
home
that.
his first playoff game, Burrow? Or
Yeah.
He was home? Okay, so I guess he has been through basically a lot of diverse playoff scenarios just this year and with college, right?
I mean, last year he didn't play in the playoffs or
Nah,
anything.
he was hurt.
But I'm saying like 1 home game, 1 away game, crowds against you. Now he's just this is just his biggest test.
Yeah, I just think like Chris said already, they've kind of got nothing to lose. They're supposed to lose today, so they go out there and they're just going to have fun. And I think that sometimes is the time when upset comes. They just
I-
kind
It is
of
pretty
agree.
cool how it's only his second year. He's already in the AFC Championship. and he's
But
very, very
Chiefs are
attractive.
no stranger to the moment. They lost last year in a big game. We know that.
That just goes to say how good Patrick Mahomes is. He already did that. Not even talking about that anymore.
Yeah, 3 years
he's
in
the
a row.
best.
Yeah, right. We're just talking about
Isn't this
how Joe
fourth?
Burrow does it now, but Mahomes already done that.
So this is their fourth consecutive home
championship.
AFC Championship game, first team ever.
Yeah, I mean, come on. It's pretty unbelievable.
I have the Chiefs around like 31-17, 31-21 victory.
It's pretty much what I said.
You see them going down and all?
I think it's going to be a close game for like the first half, and then like I think the Chiefs are just going to like do that thing where they just
Adjust.
snap and just yeah.
Mhm.
But I don't. Hey, they beat them alright. They beat us already. So
I think that's what's nerve-wracking. I think that's what was
yeah, but
nerve-wracking
then
about
Joey
last
Burrow.
week,
Yeah, I
too.
know he played on the road. He played at home, but he also played Derek Carr and the Raiders and Ryan Tannehill on the Titans. Like this is a whole new beast, you know. But I got the Chiefs. They've been here. They know what it's like. They're at home. It's
So
tough to beat us there. So
We're all rolling Chiefs. You guys aren't going to listen to this till Monday. I mean, if you guys want betting advice, you obviously
don't
don't
ask
want
us.
you don't want it from Doc, right? Because apparently Doc shits the bed for you guys, right?
I just like how I think what's really cool is they have our pregame analysis and they're able. I think it's funny that they can go back and judge it because that's what I love. It's like, all right, here's our fresh thoughts. There's nothing we could ever say in hindsight because this is our true thoughts right here. So I kind of like this.
I knew
part.
the answer to that. Who we're taking there? What are you guys thinking about the Niners and the Rams? And I feel like I have an idea of what you guys are going to say here already.
What do you think that we're going to say?
Well, I think everyone's going to roll with the Rams.
Really? Because
Not
I
Doc.
like the Niners.
Really,
taking
I
the
don't. I
Niners.
can't see why. I can't see why you guys would like them.
I can.
Like
I
based
can.
on the football perspective, like just the team versus team.
I'll tell you why. Because they've beaten this team 6 times in a row already.
I just don't
They
see
just
it,
know how to
man.
win.
I think they're going to win.
All right, I'll say this. It's like I said last week with the Rams Bucks. I want the Rams to win, but I think the Niners win. And look what happened. The Rams won. So I was wrong there. So I'll probably be wrong here. The Rams had the best team left in like superstar wise, besides Mahomes and Hill and them. But like,
I actually think the Rams have a better team on paper than the Chiefs.
yeah, they do.
They
Yeah.
definitely do.
Absolutely. Like, there's no arguing that. So they're the team to, and they traded for Stafford, and he's here. And now it's like you kind of have to.
Now they
like,
got Odell.
yeah.
Aaron Donald
But
is
the
MVP
Niners
every
are,
year.
They got to win. They got to win.
very good.
I'm rolling with the
I
Niners.
just think it's going to be a Chiefs-Niners rematch Super Bowl. That's why.
there's a lot of what's interesting. There's a lot of different stories that can happen from this one. There's like all 4
Yeah.
teams could create something,
Yeah.
right? Because we always think about what's the
I
best
just
story.
don't think
so
the
two
NFL
teams make
wants the
Super Bowl.
Bengals and Niners in the Super Bowl. So
For me, just the only reason I'm taking the Rams is because I just love a good underdog, someone like Matt Stafford, who just a prisoner. I say this every week. We've talked about NFL playoffs. He was literally a prisoner in Detroit his whole career.
Mhm.
They put him in L.A. I mean,
Look at him.
he's probably living with his best friend Clayton Kershaw. I know him and Cooper Kupp have breakfast together every day. I mean, he's just living that
Mhm.
life that it almost seems like he was supposed to live. And when we look back at Matt Stafford's career, I mean, even if he doesn't win the Super Bowl this year or any year, we're still going to look at it and be like, wow, this guy was the worst Hall of Fame player ever. But he was actually like really good.
really good, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
all.
had no help in Detroit.
I actually really trust the Rams this playoffs. I know that there's some worries, but I do.
mean, they're
Realistically,
Hard
they
not
really,
to.
there
Fucking
shouldn't
good.
be
Yeah.
a worry.
Yeah,
there
they
shouldn't be. That's exactly
They
it.
have the offensive MVP and a perennial defensive MVP.
for years to come.
Like literally,
They
Aaron
just
Donald
need Matt
is
Stafford
different.
to just not
They-
turn into Detroit
exactly.
Matt Stafford, which he hasn't in the playoffs yet. So
Not yet. Exactly. They
the Niners have a very good front four. They're like
Their
the team
defense.
of like destiny almost.
They're
People
just
are
like
saying
a
the Bengals are, but so are the Niners.
Big
Jimmy
defense
G's
and
a winner,
running
man.
ball. Yeah, Jimmy G
Guy
knows how to
wins.
win, and he's devilishly handsome. So
so each game
I'm rolling with him.
Handsome as all hell.
Each game
Yeah,
I've been
come
breaking down just like the weaknesses on how each team would lose, and just in this one, I just see the Rams just beating themselves, like you said, in
Yeah.
the Stafford game. And if the Niners were to lose, I just think it's simply because their offense doesn't match up to
The Rams are just
Yeah,
to
yeah, I
LA.
I agree.
But look what the Rams did last week. They went up big and then basically
They also,
blew the
like,
game.
Gave
Mhm.
the Bucks that game almost.
They were handing the Bucks that game.
But you know what makes me optimistic about taking the Rams though this week is that they didn't let Tom Brady win.
Yes,
Like
Mhm.
even
Good
though they
point.
let
Very
it get
close.
very close, like hey, we
they
still
almost
kind of
forced
beat
him
them.
into retirement.
And let's talk about that real quick. Tom Brady somewhat announced that he was retiring until we realized it wasn't even him at all. It was just an Adam Schefter bomb going wrong. And Well,
he never
just some
even
thoughts there.
confirmed it himself, which
Um,
is so weird. Like that they reported it.
Right. I think it's stupid that the media isn't just letting him have a press
They just-
conference and say it. Right.
because he'll announce it himself
It's
if
messed
he's
up.
retiring.
And that
So,
should be his time too.
I mean,
like
he
his
should
press
just.
conference.
I mean, he's we don't need him anymore. So
I would love to see him though. I actually
Great
don't want him to
quarterback,
retire
great
yet.
career, the
Yeah.
GOAT.
yeah, nah, he's the best.
I
of
hate
all
the fact
time,
I even
you
hated
know.
on him before.
We're in the
Just
Mahomes era now.
feel like my mindset has shifted so much to appreciating greatness and how hard they work towards it that I even hate the fact that I hated them before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you're that
Yeah.
yeah,
You
because
can't hate him. He's the best, and
Unless
that's what
they're-
it is. But
I mean, you could hate him like personally. I mean, if you don't like the fact that he like mouth kisses his son, that's up to you. But you can't ever say he wasn't a good football player.
he's definitely a little weird. You know, he's definitely a little weird guy.
I mean,
but
I don't want to. Again, I hate to offend anyone, but if you like really enjoy avocado ice cream, God fucking damn it, don't eat that shit.
I never had that.
All right, so we're looking at it looks like we have a Chiefs / 50-50 Super Bowl here for the second game, so we're gonna have to see. You guys want to do like a little podcast wager, us two versus you two on something?
No,
No.
I
It's
don't
alright.
wager anymore.
No, not like financially. Like maybe something you guys got to wear on the podcast
Still
next
a
week,
week.
or
No,
something we got to wear on the
No.
podcast.
No, I don't bet
I
against
don't
Doc.
gamble anymore. Oh well, I'm on Doc's team.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, dude, let's do it.
I'm down.
All
We
right, I'm
gotta-
in.
let's wear something next week.
Nah,
Loser has to wear
I
something.
mean, you're not speaking for me. I'm not a better.
I'll wear two
Yeah, I
of what
don't
you got to
make
wear.
wagers anymore.
All right.
If you want,
But I guess if I'm on Doc's team, we'll win.
Yeah, well,
you
come
don't
on,
want to do
Tom.
that. Let's be honest. You don't. If you're going to bet against Doc, you don't want to do that.
I would love to bet against Doc.
We'll do it one on one then.
You want to do it?
Sure. What are we
You-
doing?
You got the Niners. I got the Rams.
Just straight up?
Yeah.
Ooh,
For what?
What's the
though? Like,
line?
3.5.
This is where Doc adjusts the line and wins
No,
every
it's
time.
3.5. I swear to God.
No. I'm saying like this is where we talk about adjusting the
Now
line.
you're
and
going to be like, yeah, give me Niners plus 4.
Nah, I'll take 3.5. You give me it.
And what is it? You have to wear,
Yeah,
Something?
what's the wager here?
Doc has to wear a Bengals jersey. Oh, well,
Well,
you're
if
talking
they
about the other
win,
game.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, no, this is a tough one.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
not
we
gonna
don't.
work.
I
You'd
guess
have
we
to
don't.
bet against me and the
That's dumb.
Chiefs.
What
Yeah.
a dumb idea.
Why don't we buy some silly string and we have a 3-second silly string in the face?
No,
Okay.
that sounds messy. Come on, man.
No, if Chris allows it, silly string has come a long way. It seems like it goes right into the trash now.
They adjusted.
They adjusted it. Yeah, it's a little more stringier. They made
All
it a
right,
little more
fine.
solid.
We'll do it. 3 seconds, silly string to the face. Just like silly string, the ball breakers, we've come a long way too. I mean, we a year now. Who would have thought
A
silly
year.
string has
Look at
been
us.
in the makings for who knows how long, and it just recently, according to Rago, has been able to all be picked up in one sweep and put in the trash. Ball breakers, man, nothing's going to change unless you do. Just like us. Silly string, they made the initiative to make it so their silly string could be easily thrown out.
We
Mhm.
should get sponsored by silly string.
Yeah, I was just
after
thinking
that.
that. This
And
is a
Rogaine
good.
for men.
And Rogaine for men.
Yeah.
If Rogaine for men sponsors me, I'll put it on every day. Mark my words. Unless I'm
we're
not
gonna have
sponsored.
we'll get a clip of this and we'll at Rogaine.
Yeah,
Look in the camera and say it again.
I'll do it right now. You guys you do your closeout, and then at the very end, I'll just pop my head up at the camera.
Well, that's just kind of it, man. Nothing's going to change unless you do. If you don't start applying Rogaine, you're not going to grow hair. If you don't, change your silly string ideals, you won't be able to move your silly string around. If you guys are on YouTube, Rocco, show us your head, man. Nothing will change. Holy shit, man. Uh-huh. All right, guys.
Rogaine.
Rogaine,
Please,
thank you.
Rogaine,
Bye-bye.
please.